Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right now I want to tell you about a natural disaster. What is natural disaster? A natural disaster is a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of the earth. There are so many examples of natural disasters such as floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, and storms. After that, natural disaster can cause loss of life and damage property. Natural disaster cause due to different reasons like solar erosion, seismic activity, tectonic movement, air pressure, and ocean currents. Okay, right now I want to tell you about goal of analysis. First, to prevent and be prepared from natural disaster happen suddenly as a result of human action. Second, to give awareness to the people that natural disaster can occur at alarming stage. Third, to educate the public about the effect of natural disaster on human being. Lastly, for the public, take heed of natural disaster that have claimed thousands of lives in the past.
What are the negative effects of natural disaster? Natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, landslides, floods, and others are likely increasing in frequency due to climate change. This event can bring them a host of issues, including humanitarian, public health, environment, and infrastructure problems. Humanitarian crises, climate change, and accompanying natural disasters have created large migrant populations called climate refugees or environmental migrants. These people can be forced out of their homes by an absurd natural disaster like a tsunami. Public health issues. Health issues are one of the most present problems after any natural disaster. It is often that the case facilities for water and toilet hygiene are damaged, meaning that the safe disposal of human waste quickly become a public health hazard. Environmental problems. In March 2011, a tsunami following the 9.0 magnitude Tohoku earthquake in Japan caused what came to be known as the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, where radioactive material was released in Japan and into the Pacific Oceans, and it caused a cascade of issues in the ecosystem and surrounding water, spreading radioactive material through far-ranging ocean currents. Infrastructure damage. One of the most immediate and economical devastating concerns with natural disaster is the damage to both public and private infrastructure. This event can cost billions of dollars in damages, and not all governments are equipped to fund the process of post-disaster cleanup and rebuilding. Now, the key effect from this natural disaster landslide often accompany earthquake, flood, storm surge, hurricanes, wildfires, or volcanic activity. They are often more damaging and deadly than the triggering events. Floods are the most widespread natural disaster aside from wildfires. 90% of all US natural disasters declared by the president involve some sort of flooding. Between 2000 and 2012, natural disaster caused 1.7 trillion in damage and affected 2.9 billion people.
So next, I will continue. We as a human being that living on the earth, we must take full responsibility for what's happened on our earth in the same way as we care for ourselves. So here I'm going to tell you, convey all of you, what alternative that we can take due to the decision maker. So first of all is, actually there is no way to prevent natural disaster because they happen. As we know, natural disaster is a major adverse event that are resulting from natural process of the earth. It's natural process, so it happens spontaneously. We will never know where it happened, and what time it happened. So as a human that can think rationally, we can avoid natural disaster with reducing pollutant emissions. How can we reduce pollutant emissions? So first, we can eliminate fireplace, stop smoking, and start plant trees that help in save energy and help in combat climate change. Second, practice to use 3R, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Cut down on what you throw away to conserve natural resources. And third, reduce the number of trips that you take in your car and try to take a bus or carpooling. And next, conserving wetlands, coral reef, and forests. This helps in cope disaster, recover from drought, landslide, and followed by earthquake. And then, what will I recommend and why? So first of all, I recommend to people to invest up in forest management. This will help in minimize from landslide, rockfalls, and so on. And second, provide donation to organizations who are involved in it to restore and reconnect ecosystem around the island and the national park. Why? With this green space, this will help in prevent economic damage and loss of life from future extreme events. And third, we must always being prepared for incoming natural disaster. Always remember this. Always remember these things. And that's all from me. Do not forget to always be careful and remember to always take care of our earth. So that's all. Thank you.